Now there was I'm looking for the clip. I had this clip. Oh, I have so many things open right now. It's just unbelievable. I got too many things open. I'll try to find this clip for you guys. I found it. I found it. So this is the U.S. News talking about it. There's an economist on in the U.S. I forget this guy's name. He's a main staple when it comes to economic stuff on U.S. media in the news for a long, long time, and he makes a lot of sense in this clip.
I have a message for the Canadian people. Don't vote for this guy. Mark Carney is the most elite of elitists out there. This guy is not a man of the people at all. He's the ultimate elitist. And be careful, because he put out a message and he conflated, hey, Trump is the biggest threat we've had, in his lifetime. Thinking about all the things that have threatened humankind in his lifetime. So it's hyperbolic, but then he started bragging about the economy, the liberal economy. I have all these charts. I mean, it's just, and they're all heartbreaking if you're a Canadian. The standard of living has imploded. You look at the investments, right, or where the jobs are. Almost all of it public sector, little private sector, and self-employment, none. There's no real business opportunities there. OECD predicts the worst economies for the 2020 to 2030 at the end of all 36 countries, Canada. So, I mean, be careful. You've got to.
That bad,
yes.
That bad.
It's horrific. It's horrific. And
what's crazy is, and you hear this, the host here, that bad? Really? Is it that bad in Canada? It's that bad. People in Canada don't even realize that it's that bad. It's crazy. Americans, of course, don't know how bad it is here. They have no idea. And this is crucial. And this gentleman is laying out facts, spitting facts. Canada's got to shed this awful liberal party. It's not just Carney. Carney's just one portion of it. Carney's terrible. Like, let's not be coy about this. Carney was the Jiminy Cricket of Justin Trudeau, right? It's the little voice on his shoulder telling him to screw Canadians over. He was the one he wrote an op-ed about why the Emergencies Act needs to be invoked during the Freedom Convoy, and why they need to go so hard. And he was the guy behind the idea of freezing bank accounts. It's unreal. So yeah, this guy is spitting facts.
This country needs a reboot, right?
Which means Canada's vulnerable.
It's extraordinarily
vulnerable. Yeah. They're vulnerable to a major power like America taking them on.
Or China. Hey, we're catching on here. We're catching on, folks. We're catching on. Here we go. People are grasping the concept here. Yeah, this is the thing. It's been economic sabotage for decades, for at least one decade. And the point of it is so somebody can come up and scoop it up. And if Donald Trump is the guy to do that, well, I'm behind it. Donald Trump got in, upset the the American political system to get himself in, and he's coming in to take Canada instead of China. Heck, what would you call that? You would call that being a savior. You would call that being a good friend, a good neighbor. That's what that is. It's crazy. Yeah, do we want to get scooped up by China? No, that's not going to end well. It hasn't gone well for the Chinese people. Has being American gone well for Americans? Apparently, don't ask a Canadian, but it's going swimmingly. Let me tell you about it. It is going swimmingly. It's going great to be an American. It's fantastic. And I can't get over the fact that I just got back from Texas, and just the pride that people have. They're flying that Star-Spangled Banner everywhere. They're flying that Texas flag, which is a beautiful flag, by the way. Very simple, very elegant, just very on point. Beautiful. The pride that people have. Yeah, I'm from here. I love it here. You want to be from here? You want to come here? Get on board, brother. I love it. It's fantastic. And you know where we've seen that before? We saw it when a bunch of truckers got in their trucks and drove to Ottawa. That's where we saw that in Canada. It feels the same. It feels the same. Let's get back to that. Let's get back to that. And this is why they had to crush it so badly. Because that's not what they want here. They don't want that for Canadians. Because they can't come in and manipulate you if that's where you're at. So that's why they had to crush the Freedom Convoy. And they had to set an example of those people. That was the point of that. Whiskey Jack has some pinto beans. Did I get that in the right order? I don't think so. For $5 says, it's the sprawling waste of federal spending. Big government is never your friend. No, they're not. They're not your friend. Not your friend. They want to crush you.
Sure. And we're friends. Again, this is reciprocal. This is like, hey, okay, you want to protect your dairy farmers and they, for whatever reason, they supersede everyone else.
I love that statement. So this is the one that really caught me, that this guy understands what's happening in Canada. Most people don't even know about that. And obviously this guy, he works in markets. He knows economies. He knows markets. He knows them at scale. And he said that statement. And I have to rewind that so you can hear that again.
Okay, you want to protect your dairy farmers and they, for whatever reason, they supersede everyone else.
For whatever reason, they supersede everybody else. Because at the end of and I've been saying this for weeks. I've been saying this for months. The dairy lobby's got to go, or at least be exposed. Because what's happening there is, holy cow. Really, at the end of the day, like, let's go back in time. Let's bring it back to what, 2024. Trade negotiations with England, the motherland. We got the royalty on our coins and our money. We're still connected to them. We're doing trade negotiations with them, and they walk away from the table. The British walked away from the table with the Canadians. Why? Because they wouldn't move on dairy. They wouldn't move. They were like, nope, it's a non-starter. It's not negotiable. Our deal with dairy. It's unbelievable. 250% tariffs on dairy. And people say, oh yeah, but they got this cap and trades, or they got this they got what is it? It's you get exemptions if you get put on the quota system. Well, who gets the quotas, folks? It's 2% of the market. 2% of the market are the quotas. And who are they given to? They're given out to cronies at the right at the Ottawa level. And they're given out to their buddies so that they can have way cheaper dairy coming from other countries, mainly the United States, which they tell us is dangerous because they use chemicals. They don't. But if it's so dangerous, why is it that they get an exemption for their crony friends, and then they put it on the market and they don't even label it American dairy? Not so great. Angela Cordoso with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Angela. Says, just checked Election Canada's election rules. It says they provide pencils, but you can bring your own pen or pencil. Bringing your own pen will not invalidate the ballot. What if I bring a Sharpie? This would be a terrible one. It's a silver Sharpie. Yikes. That might invalidate it. Good to know. That's actually very good to know. $8 for a 4-liter of 2% in Manitoba today. Unreal. Unreal. That's so unbelievable. But this guy gets it. And I'll go back to that point.
Sure. And we're friends. Again, this is reciprocal. This is like, hey, okay, you want to protect your dairy farmers and they, for whatever reason, they supersede everyone else.
Supersede everyone else. Again, superseding. So we're not going to even bring that to negotiations. And because of that, we're going to get trade barriers and restrictions on other industries from Canada that trade into the United States. What about all those people? All those people, they're going to be put out of work just so the dairy lobby can keep doing their thing. And I love the fact that he knows this and he's put it on blast. And he said it in just a very elegant, short, brief way. But that's what it is. Why is it that the dairy farmers are getting this leg up on everybody else? Everyone else is going to suffer for a small group of people because they have political influence and it's a third rail in politics. That's why.
Else, negotiate with the Trump team. But this sort of saber-rattling. But I will say this: they do have a friend in the American media. And my emails this morning, I get one from Fortune, and it says America's war in Canada. We didn't declare war. The article, you can't find that anywhere in the article, but that's where they headline it. Maybe it makes you open an email, but again, this is the kind of stuff that's happening out there. It's really, this is a heartfelt message to Canada and people up there. It's time to turn your country around. Time to make Canada great again.
Time to make Canada great again. Love it. Love it. What a great clip. What a fantastic clip. And that's where we're at. That's where we're at.